Hey guys. So I've searched YouTube up and down and done all kinds of research on how to install a ladder on the back of a transom. And here's my boat here. This is a Seapro. They don't make these anymore, but it was a pretty good company back in the day. And this particular boat that didn't come with a ladder, so I'm trying to install one, and I can't find much on the internet or YouTube that helps sort of guide you in how to do these things. So I'm gonna try to provide you with what I didn't have. What I did was I researched the type of ladder, and I don't have much of a room for anything on the back here, because I want to have access. I still want to have access to my strap rings here, and these are also my tow bars. I decided I wanted to pull the kids. I didn't want my ladder to get in the way of this, or at least I wanted to be able to pull my ladder out of the way when I'm pulling something, so it didn't get tangled up in the ladder. Also, I thought about putting a deck out here with a ladder that falls down, but I don't know, it just seemed like my motor would get in the way, of everything. Anyway, in the end, I settled on this one here. This is what I went with. I got this off of Amazon. I forget the brand name. I'll maybe post that on the bottom here after I'm done. But what this does, it will just sit here like this, and it allows me to swivel up if I need to get it out of the way, right? It doesn't, unfortunately, it doesn't fall back and sit back here like this, but it'll at least let me get it out of the way the best I can. It'll let me sit maybe like this, and I can strap it up if I need to keep it out of the way, and then when I need it, I can just drop it down. But for the most part, it would usually just sit like this. And this one is a 4 ladder that eventually goes down like that. So when someone needs it, they just pop it down and do what they need to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. Here's the problem, and here's the problem that I'm not seeing a solution for. These are blind holes. I cannot get back here. There's no access to this. So I found a couple of solutions on McMaster Car and maybe some Amazon hits, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to punch holes into this back piece here and insert some type of anchor that can hold the rated weight of this ladder, right? I've got a couple ideas, and I guess when I come back, hopefully I'll have something in hand, and we'll put a plan together to go ahead and punch holes in this. So what I'll probably do is I'll use this handy dandy laser level. So I'll get it nice and level like that, and I'll draw a line here. I'll draw myself a line there to get the top hole, right? And maybe I'll come back and get the bottom hole. And once I get that, we should be good. I'll punch a hole, put the anchor, set the anchor, then install the ladder. That's the strategy. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Okay, so I think my top screw is gonna be along that line. I'll try to level this the best I can. That looks pretty level right there. So I'll draw a line all the way across here to get my top screw. Okay, so what we have here is I use the laser lever laser level, and a little paint stick that had a measuring stick on it, a measuring ruler there, right? And I went ahead and marked, as you can see, I marked where my holes are here, right there, right, and then right there. Oh, no, sorry, right there. Yep. So as long as I had a level line, right, I could mark where my holes are, and I could do it on both levels. I had another mark from the 1 inch to there. Let's see, I started with the 1 inch and I went up to about right there, and I just marked that right on the ladder, right there, 1 inch to that mark right there. That gives me the location of the second hole. Using the laser level, I went ahead and I got this one over here. So now I've got all 4 holes marked so that my center point will be here, 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 and here. So whichever fastening device or anchoring device I choose to use, I know where it's going. Now I have to make decisions and I have to purchase anchoring devices. All right, so I've got things marked here. I'm gonna start by doing a center hole with, this is a countersink type bit. So I'll locate the holes with this first, and I've seen a lot of guys who do boat work and on YouTube, and they always say that you should do a countersink on the gel coat because it sort of gives you a little, I guess, a relief, so it doesn't crack. So I'll do that first, and then I'm gonna put a small hole in the center of that all the way through. And the purpose of this is to find out how thick this surface is. I'm not sure how thick it is. And once I know how thick it is, I can go about buying the correct hardware. What I decided to do was I decided to use what's called a nutsert. And it's basically like a rivet, but instead of having just a rivet, it has a thread. And so you do that with a special tool. I'm gonna try to make my own tool to make it work. But you install the nutsert, and then you pull the nutsert, and it crimps on both sides. Okay, but it allows me to use a bolt onto the thread. So, but I need to know how thick it is so I can know which nutsert to buy. So we're gonna go ahead and try to answer that question right now. Well, we started making holes. Just check it real quick. Make sure we're good. That's that. That's that. That's what it's gonna be. And that's good. Okay. So now I'm gonna switch over to a smaller bit. I'll do like a 5-30 seconds just to get through, just to see what I can get. Stay tuned. Okay, so we're back. So I did some research into what type of fastener I wanted to use on the back here, and being that it's fiberglass, I was really concerned about not having enough support in the back, and I can't get to it, right? It's a blind hole, like we said. And so I looked at a couple options. I looked at like they call them rivet nuts, but I just don't think there was a whole lot of support in the back. Of course, I looked at lag screws, same problem. I looked at one that kind of folded in on itself. I can't remember what they call them, but everyone, when I asked the question about it, people chimed in, right, and said, no, it's gonna break or something's not gonna. Yeah. So the best one I could find is a compromise for one reason, and that it requires that I put a 1/2 inch hole here instead of a smaller hole. I was hoping I could do smaller holes, but I can't. Not with this solution. This is a toggle nut. So what happens is you put it in like this, right? And you have to have a deep enough hole to where you can swap it over like this, right? And that's what gives you the support behind it. This is threaded, and you use a little bolt. I'm using a hex bolt, sort of a head like that, right? And so you could do that, and you do this, right? You get it toggled back like that, and then this piece right here, this piece right here, will zip to secure it based on the thickness that you have. Okay, so I think that's the best way to do it. I don't like that I have to drill a 1/2 inch hole for this to go in. The other problem I see is that I'm not sure how deep I can go with this before I start hitting something on the inside. I felt like at about 2 inches I was hitting something. This is about a 1/4 inch thick, almost a 1/2 inch thick material. So I really got to go in like 2.5 inches to be able to turn this thing around, right, and have it holding on the back side. Now, I'm gonna give it a shot. I hate having to go 1/2 inches. Worst case scenario. What's the worst case scenario? It doesn't work and I have to fill this hole in with some epoxy, sand it down, put a clear coat on it, sand it down, make it look pretty again. Worst case. I'm hoping I don't have to do that. I'm hoping this works out really good and that our ladder is gonna be securely attached here shortly. So let's get to it. So I've got the first hole drilled. It was so fascinating. It's actually like this double wall. There's something else behind there that I didn't know about. But as soon as I got through that second wall, everything seemed to be clear. So hopefully when I put this in, right, and I toggle it and pull it back, I'll be able to grab on both of those walls and be able to crimp on them, both of them. Huh? So, whew, I don't know. We'll see. This happen. Okay, so I did it. Here it is. That's what's we have. We have this nice toggle, and it's behind, and it's facing this way, so it's grabbing the other side, so I can screw into this. Not bad. Let's go ahead and finish up and do the rest of them. I'm gonna hollow it out. So there it is. That's the second hole. We'll go in there again with this one. Let's see how I'll do it. And then all the way, toggle it like that. Pull. All right. And I'm gonna zip this down into that hole, and it'll be set. All right, let's do it. Okay. It's nice. Oh. To get that one on soon rather than later. All right, so I've got 2 here like that. Now I need to get 2 more. Okay, so this one, you got to be careful with these toggle bolts because the way it works is, this thing zips down. From here, it zips down like this, right? And so it's like that. What I did, the mistake I made was it it went through the hole like it should. It's supposed to sit in that hole like that, right? But it popped. This thing broke. This thing broke, but it broke on this side of the piece of plastic. It's supposed to break on this side instead of this side. It broke on this side. So basically, one of the pieces of the toggle wasn't flat up against the back. It was kind of off like that. And what I ended up doing when I was trying to thread the bolt in, I pushed that toggle off and it fell. So it's down in my hole somewhere. I might be able to get it out. I do have an access panel over here. I'll go and look for it later. But well, you just got to look out for these things because it might happen. Nothing's perfect here. But the mistake I did was I only bought 4 of these, or at least I think I only bought 4. I can't find any other ones lying around here, so I'll have to go buy me another one, maybe 2. I only needed 1. I only need 1 here, but maybe I'll have to go buy 2 of them just in case. Use that. I think they use these to put in seats. All right, you can't see my seats. I think they use this to put, like, if you need to put a seat in the floor, they'll use the toggles like this to hold from the backside, I think. Anyway, I've got to get more like this. 1 more to finish off this piece right here, and then I can finally get it. Oh, also, the thickness here is smaller than the thickness here. My bolts were not long enough on this side. They never engaged with the toggle on the back, so you need new bolts here. You need longer bolts. So, it's the way things go, man. I hope I'm helping you so that you don't make the same mistakes I do, right? That's the whole point of this anyway, right? All right. Okay, I got some extra, got some new toggle nuts. So I'll let you see how I do this, right? Right. All set. Another one of the things that I've seen some of the guys do is to put this sealant underneath. It's called well, it's backwards on yours, but it's a 5200 adhesive sealant, and this one's white. So I'm gonna go ahead and undo this bracket and put some on it, and then go ahead and bolt it up, and we'll be done with it. Stay tuned. So before I put the sealant on, I'm gonna just put some acetone around this area just to clean it up, so that it gets a really good a good grab on a clean surface. Good. Okay, so this is it. I'll take it off of this stand here for you. So this is the result of my ladder install. I went ahead and I put the sealant around here, and you can clean that up as best you can. It's still wet right now. I can actually go in probably some kind of rubber glove or whatever, but just clean it up a bit. But I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good there. I'm good there. So that's it. You know, it's pretty sturdy. I'll give it a try here. Pretty sturdy, right? I don't see any evidence that it's gonna be any problems. You know, it's pretty good. My kids are pretty small too. Hopefully I don't have to use this so much. Who knows? Hey guys, thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you out. Maybe not make some of the mistakes that I made. Good day.